Alright guys, I'm here to show you my dinner for tonight. So in Thai, this one here is called Bami Kieo Hang. This is basically like red pork with noodles, and you've got little wontons inside here. These are the wontons here, like you've got pork inside, similar to like a dumpling sort of thing. You've got obviously the red pork here and the noodles here. I think there's like an instant sort of noodles. This is absolutely delicious. I've had this before, one of my favorites. And of course, I've got my mu ping here, one of my favorites again, with some sticky rice here as well. So I'm looking forward to this. Is my dinner here tonight, so I'm very much looking forward to having this here. All right, so I'm gonna try this, guys. Here we go. Look at that. Oh man, so good. This is, I believe, 69 baht as well. I paid on Grab. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. I'm gonna show you guys the dumpling as well, if I can get it on here. Oh, okay. Sticking a little bit, but there you go. All right, mu ping now. Very good. A little bit tough, but still good. Alright guys, I'm at the Mega Bang Na shopping mall here in Bangkok. It's about a 30 to 40 minute drive from Sukhumvit, where I'm staying at the moment. As you can see, it's a huge, massive mall. Just from the outside, unbelievable. They got a massive food court in there. It's 2 levels only, but it's just so long and so stretched out. It's unbelievable. But definitely gives me Mall of Asia type vibes. If the Mall of Asia in Manila in the Philippines, definitely gives me that sort of vibe. But it's just absolutely massive, massive mall. Had some lunch here, had a bit of a walk around, and it's just beautiful, beautiful place here to come. They got a massive IKEA store here with a food court as well, so it's quite pretty, and I recommend coming out here just for a bit of walking around. Quite nice out here. This hotel, as I mentioned, is great value. Really enjoyed my stay here at the Quarter Prompong Hotel. Outside, there's not too much going on around this area. It is located on Soi 31, so it is, not too much going on. There is a 7-Eleven just around the corner, which is amazing. Always love being near a 7-Eleven. That's essential for me. You've got to be near a 7-Eleven within walking distance. But nothing too much going on. Yeah, you've got a little bit of street food around outside of 7-Eleven, but in terms of restaurants, there's a few restaurants down the street there. But it is about 1 kilometer out from the main road, from Sukhumvit Road. So you do have that a little bit of a distance, but there is a free tuk-tuk van service that the hotel provides from the hotel to the Prompong BTS stop, and also to the Quartier, which is basically the same area, to the Quartier shopping mall as well. So that's very, very handy if you want to go out to the main road there. Of course, you've got all your access to Grab and Food Panda and that sort of thing. I just feel like this hotel cannot be beat for the service that it provides. It's great value and great facilities. I found a little bit of an issue that I had in terms of noise, and one of my subscribers, I think it was Anonymous Man, shout out to you, man. You wrote a comment in my previous video about your experience here. You actually stayed here before, and I remember you saying that when it rains, that tends to be some frogs if you're staying in one part of the hotel where there's frogs that congregate in a certain area, and after it rains, and they'll be quite loud. And I've definitely found that the last few days, in the morning and at night when it started to rain, the frogs started going on and on and on. And it wasn't super loud, but you could definitely hear it, and it was definitely noticeable. So just a quick note for you guys to mention that as well. If you are prone to that noise and you want to quiet room, just let the hotel staff know about that. You know, I don't know if they're aware of that. I haven't really spoken to them about it, but yeah, just be aware of that. If you want to be away from the frogs, if you want to be away from the frogs and the noise, if it rains potentially, then request a room on a side where you're away from that, and I'm sure they may be aware of that, and they'll be able to provide you with a room quieter. But yeah, that's what I found here. Otherwise, everything's been all good, man. Housekeeping have been great. The staff are so friendly. I haven't tried their room service menu yet. Haven't tried their food, but they've definitely got room service here and a restaurant on site, so you're able to check that out as well. But in terms of the area around, nothing too much, but of course you've got the M Quartz, shopping mall, the Emporium, just about 1 kilometer away, or just under a kilometer away from the hotel itself. So it is walking distance, but I mean, obviously in the Thailand heat, you don't want to be walking that every single day. As I mentioned, you've got the free van service that the hotel provides during the day. I'm not sure if they have it in the evening. I don't think they do. I think it's until like a certain time during the day, so just be aware of that. But yeah, definitely like this hotel. Definitely recommend this hotel, guys. The Quarter Prompong, man, that's where it's at. Whew. Chilling by the pool here, guys. Oh man, it is beautiful here. Check out that view over there. Look at that. Oh man, beautiful. On the 8th floor, and just got the jacuzzi spots here behind me. Oh man, it is a nice day out here in Bangkok. It's not too hot, and the sun's out, but I'm gonna just chill here. Oh man, oh. Whew. You guys need to be here, man. Life is good. You gotta look at all the positives right now, no matter what's going on in the world. But I'm just looking at the bright spots, you know. It's what you gotta do. But no, I've been thinking a lot about what's coming up next for me. You know, it's just once I go back to Hua Hin after this little trip in Bangkok, I got to really start to think about what's next, because I've got 1 more month left here in Thailand on my special tourist visa, and that will give me to a full 9 months that I've been here in Thailand as of next month, towards the end of October. So I got to start thinking about that. What is next? Do I try and apply for a COVID extension, which I believe seems to be fairly easy, fairly simple here if you want to apply for a COVID extension, since there's basically not really any way to go back home to Australia right now unless you're a super millionaire. But regardless of that, it's a complete mess right there in Australia from what I've seen, so I don't intend to go back to that right now. I'd much rather be here. Other option, if I cannot get a COVID extension here in Thailand, which will give me an extra 2 months here, if I am not granted that, then I will have to look elsewhere. Where that is, I don't really know. I've briefly looked at certain countries. Mexico has been one. Africa has been one, surprisingly. I never expected to think about Africa, but here I am starting to consider about Africa. The quarantine measures. I don't want to be somewhere, I don't want to have to travel somewhere where quarantine's required, you know what I mean? So, and I'm still not jabbed. So that will obviously play a factor, I guess. But I'm considering America at the moment. That's a very high possibility if I'm not given permission to stay here in Thailand more. I am definitely considering America for at least a month or two. If that is the case, then I may very well look into getting, I don't really want to, may look at getting a jab whilst I'm there. If that is going to play a factor in travel right now for me, because without a jab right now, it's incredibly difficult to go around. So I may have to very well consider that, even though I do not want to. but I'm taking these extra 2 to 3 months to really think about this jab, because I am definitely not convinced about it. Again, that's my opinion. Don't attack me in the comments. That is my opinion from the research that I've done. But the next month, probably the next 2 months, I'm going to really seriously look into this research about these jabs, because if I have to go and get one, then I have to look at which one is best for me. Maybe there's going to be another jab that's going to come in another 2 or 3 months that might be safer than the ones that they're offered now. But yeah, it's all up in the air right now. I really don't know. But I'm considering all options right now. Ideally, I would love to stay around Thailand. So if they're able to give me a COVID extension, I know a lot of foreigners have been doing that since they've been in Thailand last year, since they were stuck here. They've been doing the COVID extension every 2 months and they've had no issues. So I may have to do that, and ideally that's what I'd like to do. Because I can't really go back to Australia anyway, even if I wanted to. So, well, I could, but it's very, very difficult. You have to be a millionaire. But yeah, I'm looking into everything right now. So it's just a bit of time of looking into researching. That's all it is right now. And yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. But I'm going to wait a little bit longer until I make my next move. I do have until the end of October here. So, but most likely I will ask for a COVID extension, and hopefully they will grant me an extra 2 months to think about things more, and hopefully towards the end of the year that will bring me to pretty much Christmas. That will bring me to pretty much Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, when that will what will be the next option there. So there's a lot to think about, and I'm just taking life one step at a time, man. You can't plan anything during this time. It really is so difficult, and you just got to go with the flow. I've said that before, but you just got to go with the flow here and take everything with a grain of salt. So we're gonna see what happens, but yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me and for joining me on the journey. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel for upcoming adventures. But life's pretty easy going right now. For the next month, until my visa finishes here in Thailand, I'm looking at going up north. I am definitely wanting to visit Chiang Mai, the Isan region. Those are the 2 places I really want to check out. If indeed my time in Thailand is coming to an end, I absolutely want to visit Chiang Mai as well. So we're going to wait and see what it holds. I'm just checking. There's so much confusion right now about traveling to different provinces here in Thailand. It's so confusing. So we've just got to take it one step at a time, as I said. So we'll have to see what happens. You know, different provinces have different entry requirements. Some provinces have got quarantine requirements. Some provinces have got you need a negative test. So I'm again looking into that as well. There's so much to look into right now. It's not funny, but anyway, everything will work itself out, man. Everything happens for a reason. God has a plan, so I'm confident whatever happens next, that will be good. So thank you guys for sticking with me. But yeah, my time in Bangkok here has been great. It's been great to get away from Hua Hin a little bit. You know, Hua Hin is amazing, don't get me wrong. But after, you know, I get a little bored, you know, with some places. I can't be stationed in one place all the time. You know, that's the thing about me. I need to be moving around constantly. I can't be stationed in one city, one province the whole time. I start to get bored quite easily. So after about 2 months in Hua Hin, I do start to feel a little bit bored. Hua Hin is a very sleepy, quiet sort of town, of course. But you know, obviously, yeah, it can get a little bit boring, especially with COVID right now. They've been locked down there, and there's nothing really open to do, like in terms of attractions. You know, it's only the beach and the restaurants. That's all you can really do. But in terms of the attractions, yeah, there's nothing too much open. As compared to Bangkok, you can see a lot more things, you can explore a lot more, whereas Hua Hin, you're a little bit limited with some of the things. So yeah, but I'm enjoying my time in Bangkok, time away here. It's been great. Bangkok's one of my favorite cities. I mentioned that before. One of my favorite cities in the entire world, and I'm just loving it. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Hua Hin, man. I love Hua Hin. If not, it's one of the best places to live in Thailand. I found on my trip so far. It is the best place for a foreigner to live in Thailand so far. But yeah, I'm gonna go back to Hua Hin and we'll see what happens, guys. But definitely enjoyed my time in Bangkok.